on to this ambiguous case. So, when calculating or using the law of signs, there's one issue that can occur with a certain situation and cause two potential triangles with what information you're given. So if you kind of look at that picture off to the right, do you notice how they have a triangle that has a side, both sides of 6? It can kind of swing from here and still make a triangle, or it can swing from here and make a triangle. And basically what you either have is an obtuse triangle or an acute triangle. That is the situation depending on what kind of angle and side ratio you have going on here. So I actually have kind of a visual of it. So let's say I have a 30-degree angle, the side's 9, and A is 5.5. If you notice, however I slide it, depending on the length of the side, I could have a different triangle. So that length makes this ambiguous case, and the ambiguous case is basically saying now you have two potential triangles based on the information given to you. So you either have an obtuse or an acute triangle. So we're going to figure out how to do that. So this happens when you have side-side angle. So when you have the bad word, you're going to have two cases. You're going to have a little bit more work to do. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. You can say whatever you want to say about that with knowing the word that it spells if it's switched. Okay. So you're going to have to make two potential triangles out of this. So let's go ahead and at least draw a triangle. And I made a table for you to kind of help separate it because it could be a lot. So let's make a triangle. So say we have this, okay? And this could be triangle 1, okay? So it's a little off. Let's see if I can fix this here. Okay, so that would be triangle 1, but you also could have another triangle because of that's this type of example. So I'm going to draw this here. And we're just going to assume that these two sides are the same length, okay? They're not, but this is not to scale. Okay, so angle A, let's make this A. Let's make this B, and let's make this C. 1 second. Okay, so angle A is 43.1 degrees. Side A is 186.2 units, and side B is 248.6. So if you notice, side, angle, okay? So if we were to start this problem, we're just going to assume we're working with triangle 1, okay? So A, B, C. We're going to just act as if we have just one triangle working with and not two. So we have 43.1 for angle A and 186.2 for side A. We don't know angle B. We don't know angle C. We have side B, which is 248.6, and we don't have side C. Okay, so we're going to start this problem, and I'm going to start writing it up here just because there are two different triangles, so to save room for that work. Our complete angle duo or angle side duos with A's. So we have sine of 43.1 over 186.2 equaling, and we have to use one of the angles or sides that we have and what we don't have. So we have the side of B, but we don't have the angle of B. And I'm going to run out of room. I can feel it. Okay, so we cross multiply, and we get 248.6 sine of 43.1 equals the 186, that doesn't look like that on my handwriting, sine of B. And we divide this over, okay, and I'm just going to get the actual calculation of it. Typically, I would say let's do it within the problem, but I am going to run out of room. So 248 times sine of 43.1, and then all divided by 186.2 gets us 0.9101. And what we have to do is take the inverse sine of both sides. That cancels these out. So you do inverse sine, and I just do second answer. I hit second sine in my calculator, and then second answer in my calculator, or second enter, sorry. Not second enter. Second, and then sine, and then second in the answer button. So I don't have to type that all in. And B is 65.5127. Okay. If we're assuming that it's the acute triangle. So we're going to make triangle 1 the acute triangle. And triangle 2 the obtuse. Okay. So we did step 1. We did step 2 to find the unknown value. So we found angle B, and it's 65.5127. But with this case, we know there's 2 potential angles for B, because this is an ambiguous case. So what we do is we put this little, what looks like or apostrophe. It's B prime is how you say it. Calculus does stuff with prime, but that's a little bit different here. And it's the other angle it could be, which is an obtuse angle. So what you do is you're going to take whatever value you get and subtract it from 180. So to find this B down here, so let's kind of write this information in real quick. For your obtuse triangle is you're going to take 180 minus this B value. So 180 minus 65.5127. Okay. Now we do have to we have to think logically about this and make sure it's even possible. So this is the answer we get when we subtract. Okay. If we take that value plus 43.1, you have to ask yourself, is it more than 180 degrees? So with what we have, is it more? So with A and B, is it more than 180 degrees? No, because it's 157.5873 if you add it together. So it's not more than 180 degrees, which means this triangle is possible. If this was more than 180 degrees, then there is no second triangle, okay? So if more than 180 degrees for the second triangle, then not possible. Okay, so this is not possible if this was more than 180 degrees, but it's not. So with this information, and I'm going to put B prime here because this is like the second triangle. You can solve the triangles, but now you have to solve them separately using angle B. Okay, so we're going to work with triangle 1 as if it's an acute triangle. So with this, we have that 65.5127. Now we need to find angle C, and we can because we have 2 of the 3 angles. So we can take 180 minus 43.1 minus 65.5127. Make sure I'm doing everything right. Okay. And I did that way wrong because I forgot my decimal. Hold on. And you get 71 point. Ooh, I'm getting slightly different answers. Okay, if your decimals are a little off from mine, that's fine. I'm not sure why my answer key's a little bit different than what I have right now, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so just go with the numbers for now. All right, so we have this angle. Now we can find side C. It's the last piece of information. If we have one of these and a complete set, a duo, then we're good. I'm always going to give the information that they give me because these are massively rounded right here with this B, so I'm not going to use this set. It just makes me feel a little bit better about the rounding, and we're not like rounding a rounded answer constantly. Now this one is unavoidable, but it's okay. So we cross multiply. It's a lot easier than when you have to find an angle. and you get 186.2 times sine of 71.3812. You would divide this sine over and in your calculator you would put parentheses around this and then divide by the sine of 43.1. And if you do that, since my answer key is a little off from what I'm doing here, I have to actually calculate it, so bear with me. Divided by sine of 43.1, you get 258.2493. Again, my answer key for these completed notes is a little bit different. It's fairly close. I don't know if I rounded something wrong or it's because I'm going to 4 decimal places, and on my completed notes I went to 3. All right, so that's that. That triangle is done. So now we need to finish the second triangle with this obtuse angle that we're dealing with. We're doing all the same thing, okay, as what we did over for triangle 1. It's just we have this angle B prime, that is an obtuse triangle, so it kind of changes our values, okay? So we can find angle C. We said that it's 157.5873 if you added this A and B together. So if we take 180 minus that 157.5873, we get 22.4127. Okay? So we're going to do the exact same thing as triangle 2. So what I would like for you to do is find this angle C, or side C. Find the side C using this angle given to you, that we found, not given to you, that we found using the side and angle that was given to you. So go ahead and try to figure this out. Do it on your own. If you get stuck, restart the video. If you get it done, restart the video. So go ahead and pause the video now. All right, now that you restarted the video, we're going to go ahead and get to this. So it's literally the same setup as triangle 1. The only difference is our sine is an obtuse angle. Oops, made a mistake, hold on. Our sine is, our B value is an obtuse angle, which affects our angle C, is what I meant to say. So we're cross multiplying. You cross multiply when you have a fraction equal to a fraction, not a fraction multiplied to a fraction. That pet peeve is like top 25. Okay, we're going to divide this over. Enter it into our calculator. So parentheses 186.2 times sine of 22.4127, and that parenthesis, and then divide it by sine of 43.1, and I keep putting that in order. Okay, and I get 103.9019. All right, so let's go, I keep doing that. Let's go over some of this information. This was the smallest angle, smallest side. It's the medium angle, medium side. Biggest angle, biggest side. This one is the middle angle or the medium. It's between these two values. Largest side or angle, largest side. Smallest angle, smallest side. Okay, so that's just kind of how that thing works. All right, so that's actually the end of our notes. I only have one example of the ambiguous case. It's kind of weird. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. Email, Remind, Google Classroom, or on YouTube. Let me know if I make mistakes, because I've been doing so many of these videos. I'm getting a little careless, and it's just kind of weird. It's a weird setup. So let me know. All right, good luck. Do your work. Be safe. Be healthy.